Hello, Tanner. Alright, hello everyone. This is Abraham Capra, and welcome to Scrutinized. I think I had subtitles on. Yeah, I do. Go grab a snack. Go grab a drink. For this, it's a treat. Without further ado, my man, let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited. I'm not skipping. Shut up.
When she was a kid, Luna aspired to be a superhero. Not the ones in skin-tight suits that could fly, but the ones that identified connections where others didn't. She wanted X-ray vision to observe criminals when they tried to hide from the law, and supersonic hearing to listen in on mischievous talks, then a measure of heightened strength to restrain the guys bigger than her. This was all she craved when she was a child. As she became older, her ambitions took a more realistic approach, which seemed in direct opposition to the surreal tone the news took. The facts became the new dystopian fiction. The world grew louder each year, apparently more violent, or more visible than the year before. Her generation grew up looking to cull the increasingly violent trends that saw mass incarcerations, drug wars, and serial killers studying to gain notoriety. Luna took the analytical route in her quest for justice, feeling more at home processing case files, evidence, and connecting dots. Her cousin, a sister almost, enrolled in the academy and became an officer of the law. Even extended family, no matter how far away, seemed to gravitate towards law enforcement, almost as if it were in their blood. A murderer becomes a serial killer with just 2 more kills, a coworker informed her over scones and coffee one morning. This one had 3 total that day, but that number hit double digits soon enough, accumulating corpses of officers, criminal lawyers, and several field investigators to a growing pile of victims. The news on TV, becoming more unreal as the years ticked on by, ran the blue blood killer story 24/7. Luna knew about the local serial killer, more so than most thanks to all the overtime spent processing corroborative evidence for their many crimes. However, it still felt more like gossip and fabricated plot points. At least, until that phone call made something so artificial an actuality. The call came in the middle of the night, as unexpected as a bullet in the dark. Her cousin, the exemplar of a police officer, had been killed. It was just the tragically common traffic stop gone wrong, or armed robber with a weighted pistol. Maybe Luna could have mourned and pushed on, but it wasn't any run-of-the-mill incident that was so characteristic of headlines. No, it wasn't that, because life had long turned into a phantasmagoric nightmare. Officer Sarah Youngman, revered by all that mattered, died at the hands of the blue blood killer. Who he was, or who they were, remained an enigma, despite their murder spree eroding through states, counties, and homes. But more than the long list of confirmed victims and possible connections Luna herself had registered and slept away, this monster killed Sarah. Somehow, that turned the boogeyman into a living, breathing threat. No longer was this tyrant a thing she filed at the end of the day. It wasn't an obsession of the media. He was here, and if not in the literal sense, then definitely in her mind. This realization gnawed at her for months after the real mourning faded. Luna's acceptance stage barely registered before she fell swiftly to anger once again, and it never genuinely went away. Luna craved a name. She wanted to know who killed the sweetest woman in the world, despite so-called dirty cops walking free. Luna needed justice. What was it about her cousin that triggered this killer in the first place? Could it be that she stood for everything a cop should be? A perfect example of morality, protectiveness, mentality, and heart? Officer Youngman was everything demanded in the ones that protected them, and Luna wouldn't allow her memory to fade away as another statistic. Day in and day out, she spent the connections she'd built up through work and rowdy Christmas parties to see if there was something no one else saw. Cop friends that never steered her wrong came up empty-handed. Family members with careers linked closer to the real action knew little else than the papers. Even the old-timers that knew things few else did all but shrugged when she pressed them for clues. She needed leads first, but there were none. So, in a last-ditch effort, she resolved to chew her boss for leeway. Luna did all she could for any little morsel of information, regardless of the fallout. Being an investigations analyst for the district attorney's office had its perks, but it only teased her for all the good it did with building an idea of who this killer was. Her boss knew what she was after, but he followed the rules as strictly as Luna did. Being shut down by him just meant there was one less layer between a law-abiding citizen and vigilante justice. With each denied application for information outside her classification, Luna saw the justice system's holes appear and broaden. Sometimes the law hindered what mattered. Progress couldn't always continue behind red tape and protocol. Perhaps, in cases like these, rules were meant to be budged. Maybe she couldn't talk her way into databases and case folders. Maybe it wasn't so easy as to read reports on other victims, hoping a eureka moment hit her. If she were going to make any change, it had to start with her, with citizens willing to help. Yes, Luna respected the law, and she would uphold it as Sarah would have wanted, but she couldn't stand idly by any longer. One morning, she called in sick, made flyers, and pinned them around town. She started a neighborhood watch that day, and by the next day at work, Luna couldn't think of anything else. It started with one report, then two, then 3 and 4, and more. Before she realized what was happening, her small network of retired cops and nosy neighbors had become a full-on crime watch program that spanned beyond the neighborhood, the suburbs, and into town. At times, the number of reports felt too much for one person, but for the hundreds of thousands of people less prepared for human horrors as Sarah was, Luna felt that a couple of sleepless nights was the least she could do. Luna had to get her answers somehow.
All right. Nice. Honestly, I'm so excited. I've watched quite a lot of gameplay of this, but I doubt I'll be good enough to even beat the game. Because I'm not gonna use a cheat sheet. The more difficult nights, I might take a screenshot and then pause the game and copy paste the screenshot into my art program to read properly. But we'll see. My goal isn't to beat the game, my goal is to have fun.
I should get to my computer and get the night started.
Alright then. Now it's locked. Alright, let's check all the windows. There we go, thank you. Gonna open this preemptively. Also gonna open this. Oh, that was closed. I'm an idiot. I thought the microwave was the window first. Alright, so let's sit down.
Oh, yeah. I need to read that email and check out those bolos.
Alright, so let's start with the email here. From Luna. Subject: lights turning off and power trips. Hey, lights throughout my home are randomly turning off without me touching any of the switches. Also, if I leave my security camera light on too long, the breaker trips. I'd like a quote in as soon as possible opening to get this mess sorted. Thank you, Luna. From the electrician to Luna. Subject: blah blah blah. Hello, Luna. I'm super busy the next few weeks. In the meantime, I suggest flicking the light switches on and off a few times to get them to turn on. There's possibly a short slash loose wiring that has been causing the lights to turn off. For the camera light, limit your use to shorter bursts to avoid flipping the breaker. It sounds like it's drawing more power than your breaker was rated for. The diagnosis above are just assumptions, and at this point I can't give you a quote, unfortunately, without first coming to your home. If you still want to schedule an appointment, my first open slot is early next month. Let's check out this bolo for Tana. Last night I thought I heard something outside my house, so I promptly checked my security cameras to see what it was, and I saw a strange man creeping around. Unsure of what this person was doing snooping around outside, I shined the camera light on them to get a better look at who it was. After clearly being caught, he ran off, but after checking the footage a couple of times, his face seemed so familiar. It dawned on me after the fact that he matched the description of the man police were after for a murder. It's our duty as members of the Watch to keep the community safe and aware of what's going on. I recommend everyone share this message to monitor your cameras, and if available, use your camera lights to deter any suspicious persons away from your property. And then this one. As of today, we have notified the agency about a potential suspect we believe is involved in a sex trafficking ring. Our suspicion comes from the disappearance of a number of female victims and eyewitness account of one woman who was able to escape. We know that the man operates alone and at night specifically. He is around 6 feet tall, bald, white, medium build, and has a forearm tattoo. We'd like to stress this message specifically to women, as you could in fact be his next target. Based on the track record, it seems as if he is looking to kidnap women exclusively. It's also come to my attention that the builder who developed many of the homes in this area cut some corners. Many of the reports point to a compromised window locking mechanism as the culprit behind the unwanted entries. Security is key here. Leave your lights on, ensure your windows are locked. And I've already done that. How do I, like, there? That's how I leave. I don't think there's anything to worry about just yet, so I'm not actually gonna check the house. I just wanted to see what was happening, or well, how to leave. Okay. Let's bring the report desk up. Gonna set things up. That should be it for now. Alright, let's look at the case. How do I? Oh, there we go. Suspicious person report. Suspect Zach Lawrence. Date, I don't know American dates, so I don't know if it's June or October. Anyway. I'm Zach's brother. I got a word from my mother that he stopped answering his phone and was sending her calls straight to voicemail. The last time she spoke to Zach, he seemed to have changed his ways, claiming that he was on the verge of becoming more than he had ever thought was possible. My mother interpreted this obscure statement as Zach getting his life together and finally becoming a contributing member of society again. She's viewing his current lack thereof communication as being busy with work or something. I called myself to check on him and his voicemail messages and weird satanic chanting in the background as he repeats June 11th over and over for the 30-second duration of the voicemail. And it helped making sure he's alright and hasn't fallen into some weird brainwashing from the culty forums and books he's been religiously reading. Oh god! Fucking hell, Tana. Alright, so Zach Lawrence, he is male, and let's go with age 30 to 35. You don't even know how old your brother is. And hair color brown. Or Tanner. I don't trust you. Eye color brown. I meant. God. Okay, Lawrence. There we go. Okay. So now that we have his ID, let's see. Zach Lawrence. Searching. I can copy this and it's right here. Crack. Check the cameras again. Of course, I really don't trust Tana. Right, search history. Exorcism, how to prove I'm worth it, how to kill a person, can you behead someone easily? Pictures, oh, that's some weird shit. Text comments, Satan. It is done, my lord, I have killed a woman today and handed her to you. Please free me from my sufferings. Praise the Lord for showing me that what I must do before I'm cleansed. I have prepared myself for my rebirth as you've asked. The prophecy is being foretold just as you said, my lord. She has served herself to me and awaits the day of a reckoning. From Mother, it's just a bunch of messages from her. So, messages to Satan and... oh, that's garlic. I thought those were heads. How to kill a person, I guess. Or... I don't know. Gonna fax it. Yes, definitely says. That was incorrect. Wow. Okay. That's not it. Okay. Just gonna check around the house real quick. Oh. Hello. I don't know if I saw a kidnapper or not. I don't think I did. I think that's locked. Okay, Tana is not in here. Should be good. God, I'm so nervous. Okay, so that was incorrect then. Shit. Suspect Edmund Arellano, I don't know. I heard some odd animal noises coming out of my neighbor's house last night. Naturally, he's a pretty quiet guy, keeps to himself, but offers neighborly pleasantries in passing. I know he has a dog, but the sounds coming out of his house didn't match what I'd think a dog would make. After about an hour, I saw him bring the dog outside to go to the bathroom, and it had a noticeable limp. The dog lay down in the backyard and wouldn't get up, like it didn't want to go back inside. He shouted for the dog to come back in the house and ended up having to pick it up and get it inside. I mean, I don't know, I feel like this is innocent. Oh, I accidentally shredded the other one. That's what I did wrong. Yeah, that was supposed to be shredded. Shit. So that was my bad then. Alright, hold on. Suspect unknown. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is immediately go to male, eyes, hazel, hair, brown. 50 to 55, so I'm gonna do 50 to 60. Search. Yeah, that's only one. So let's go with him. Let's see. Clear. Leon. Coda. Search. Copy. Paste. Connect. Crack. Alright, let's look at the cameras again. So far, so good. Okay. This
Ugh, damn it. Internet went out again.
Luna.
Reset the router in the backroom closet.
Shut up. Tyler, don't take me. Thank you. I heard a thump. And I don't know if it was me or not. Okay, it was me. Hello? Open the door. Alright. Let's see. The school district's been limiting itself to like one photography company for a few years now. There's a photographer on the roster that has been acting strange around the kids, though. Don't know his name, but he's an older man, tall, kind of has like light brown eyes or something. Picture they just went down in the local elementary school, and the guy just kept touching the kids, making weird comments, smiling a little too much and a little too hard. The other teachers agreed with me. This guy can't be good. We mentioned it to his company already, but beyond telling us he's among the best, they're moving slower than a snail. I have little doubt that this guy uses the job as a way to get to kids, and for everyone's sake, we need him gone sooner or later. Fuck this. Search history. Best of cameras, how to bird watch quotes on positivity, photographers union, how to become a morgue technician salary. Pictures, cat, car, coffee, and some things. Let's go. Co-worker. Leon, you might be in hot water. Well, that doesn't sound good. What is it? Just past the boss's office. He was talking about a complaint he received about your behavior at a recent shoot. One of the teachers must be raising a stink. I don't know if I made that noise. Or Tana was outside. I had a feeling. You were there. You saw how they kept eyeing me every time I fixed a kid's hair or something. Oh yeah, absolutely. These teachers are just next level suspicious, so I wouldn't worry too much. Frankie likes you lots. Yeah, no worries. Not concerned, just frustrated. I think he's fine. Okay, hear me out. A local communications company is looking for a new photographer. You are the first and only person I thought about. I have the hiring manager's number and everything. Just say the magic word. I'm sorry, David, but no, I genuinely like my job. Honey, I know you do, but the job clearly doesn't like you back. People have been talking, Leon, saying the worst things about you. I'm worried. Worry about me or your reputation. What are you insinuating? You, of course. Are you really okay with people misinterpreting your intentions all the time and assuming the worst of you? Well, I know myself best, and I know that I'm nowhere near the person these people seem to think I am. I was under the impression you thought the same too. Tyler, leave me alone. I'm being one with the gays now. I like feeling included. Honey, alright, you win. I guess I can't change your mind. Not when you're so stubborn. But the day you're ready to make the switch, I'll help you do it. Your happiness is important to me. He's fine. He's fine. Still need to drag it out. Okay, it is time. I was just gonna say it's time to check everything, but it was too late. Fuck. Oh, this is so scary. Okay. Oh. Fuck. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I'm done for tonight. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.